In this lesson, we study pronouns. Pronouns replace repeated nouns, make sentences lighter, and help English sound more natural. Once you understand pronouns clearly, both speaking and writing become smoother. If we keep repeating the same noun in every line, the sentence becomes heavy. Pronouns solve that problem. They help us refer back to people, things, places, and ideas in a clear and efficient way. By the end of this lesson, you will understand the main kinds of pronouns, learn how they work in real sentences, and avoid some very common learner mistakes. A noun gives the name directly, but a pronoun stands in place of that noun. In many sentences, the pronoun only makes sense because the noun has already been introduced. The main job of a pronoun is simple. It replaces a noun or refers to a noun that is already known from the context. Here is the big picture. We will not memorize everything at once. First, notice the main groups. Then we will study each one with short examples. These are personal pronouns used as subjects. They stand before the verb and show who performs the action in the sentence. Read these subject pronouns in action. Notice how each one stands where a noun could also stand. Object pronouns receive the action. They often come after the verb or after a preposition. In these sentences, the pronoun is not doing the action. The action is happening to the pronoun or toward it. Learners often confuse subject and object forms. The meaning may still be guessed, but the grammar becomes incorrect. This contrast is very important. Possessive adjectives come before a noun. They do not stand alone. Their job is to show ownership before the naming word. Possessive pronouns also show ownership, but they stand alone. They replace the noun instead of coming before it. This comparison removes a very common confusion. One form comes before a noun, and the other replaces the noun completely. Reflexive pronouns point back to the subject. They often end in self or selves. In these examples, the subject and the reflexive pronoun refer to the same person or thing. Demonstrative pronouns point to specific things. They help us indicate what is near, far, singular, or plural. Notice how these pronouns point directly. The form changes depending on number and distance. Interrogative pronouns are used to ask questions. They help us ask about people, things, and choices. Here are some short question patterns. Listen to the role each pronoun plays in the sentence. Relative pronouns join ideas. They connect a noun with extra information about that noun. In each example, the relative pronoun links to ideas and gives more detail about the noun before it. Indefinite pronouns do not point to one exact person or thing. They refer in a general way. These forms are common in real English, especially in daily speaking, instructions, and questions. A pronoun only works well when the listener can clearly understand which noun it refers to. If the reference is confusing, the whole sentence becomes weak. The noun that a pronoun refers back to is called the antecedent. If the antecedent is unclear, the reader has to guess, and that is not good writing. The first common error is choosing an object form where a subject form is needed. Another common error is mixing up possessive adjectives and possessive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns are also often misused. They should refer back to the subject, not replace a normal object form everywhere. Use this quick method whenever you feel confused. It helps in both exams and real communication. Try these quickly. Focus on whether the sentence needs a subject or object pronoun. Now test the possessive and reflexive forms. Do not answer too fast. Think about the function first. Let us analyze one full sentence. This is where the different pronoun ideas start working together. Say these aloud and try changing the nouns. This kind of speaking practice turns grammar into habit. Before we close, let us gather the whole lesson into one quick view. This helps the structure stay clear in your memory. Pronouns replace nouns, reduce repetition, and improve sentence flow. We studied personal, possessive, reflexive, demonstrative, interrogative, relative, and indefinite pronouns. We also looked at reference, antecedents, and common mistakes. Answer these quickly. Fast recall helps you remember the right form when you actually speak or write. In the next lesson, we will study verbs. Once pronouns are clear, verbs become even more important because they tell us what the subject does or what state it is in. If this lesson helped you, like the video, share it with another learner, and subscribe to the channel for the next grammar lessons.